Welcome to another edition of Comical Business News. It is I, Josh Goldstein, on 7 1921. We are here, and it is comic book time. Okay. Here in the news, I've got to review some new Savage Dragon and Spawn and some other fine comic books. And I'm going to talk a little about my upcoming project, Zayn Endless War, and which is basically a republishing one of my older books, a sci-fi novel I did at a smaller publishing company, being republished. But first, in the news, we have Star Trek Picard season 2 will be debuting soon. The second season of Star Trek Picard. It is actually one of this season's most anticipated CBS streaming shows. And I am actually looking forward to this in a few months when it's on DVD. Also, in other Star Trek news, the DVDs are out for Star Trek Discovery Season 3, and there are many things. And if I may say something, I don't want to get in trouble with any of the powers that be, but I feel that there's a little bit too much focus on certain things, too many foul balls and too many loose pucks. So with all the gift cards of sport, not think they're so many tin pot dictators, it's starting to get disconcerting. And I'm not living in a third world country. Please stop burning my America. But I wouldn't want to actually and it's like you can't even, it's like you're so the dumbest people, man. I mean, you should learn how to lighten up. It's supposed to be a boys' game you guys are playing. I actually think the magical people in tennis are still smarter. You're all grandees and managers, rowdy managers. Get real. You're not God. Technically, that's me. Oh, now to the comics, and then my news. Savage Dragon by Eric Larson, 258. This is a very nice comic book. I like Amy Dragon, Savage Dragon's daughter. Did they have to pick that name for the character? Well, he's my friend. I won't call him. And her talkie Tawny friends are on the cover. I actually think this is a good homage to Captain Marvel, because they have walking tigers occasionally. And I actually think this is actually kind of a cool comic book. Oh, I should check this out. Yep. Walk on the wild side. I love the way he always says Kirby dots perfectly. Eric does it really well. Alex Dragon's friend is actually the actual original Dragon's back. Paul Dragon, his Malcolm's dad. And yeah, so Talkie Tony type Tiger hanging out with Malcolm Tiger. I like the Fit Addicts. Eric always answers his fans well. He's kind of like Howard or some of those people who answers his fans well. It's almost like an old Marvel comic book. You never see this in comics anymore, just worthless ads. And I like the backups. Again, you don't see this in comics. This is Amy Dragon having a bad dream. Kind of an adorable daughter Dragon has. I've given this 5 out of 5 kudos. Okay, we have Cable, which number, I don't know, of the new Comics 3. Don't do that. And this is actually good artwork. I like the artwork. Some guy named Dugan. It is actually good. It is actually our favorite Rob Liefeld's mutant from the future to save our present. Phil Noto is the artist. Jerry Dugan is the writer. So I have nobody of note on this, but it is good. These are new guys in comic books, not famous guys. So, yes, it becomes that. Deadpool, my man. The gun collection and well, that's kind of like must be John. Nah, I like this comic. It's okay. It's like a 3.5 out of 5. This is a good, crisp comic book. Good read. Oh, Spawn. Spawn is one of my favorites. One of the comics that got me to want to draw professionally. Todd McFarlane's Spawn. As even you could be a comic book success. Todd built a fortune off of Spawn. Fortune off of Spawn, millions of comics sold. But primarily he's done it through licensing and things like movies and action figures and toys, which is interesting. His toys are actually, his toy company is actually the toy company that DC uses, and Todd McFarlane is one of the most powerful men in the comic book industry. This reminds me of two people I know. Oh, you go, girl. I like this. This is sort of not one of his best issues. A typical issue of 4 out of 5. I like that McFarlane is writing the scripts here. kind of this is kind of not as good artwork. This is kind of what, like, who drew this? This isn't, like, not the best artwork. I don't even know these characters. These are like new stuff. Gotta admit, I've been doing other stuff. Isn't it? Oh, this is Rocket Raccoon. Falcon and Winter Soldier. This is actually, I would see it, but I don't have Disney Plus, and I couldn't watch it anyway, even if it was in my browser. I hate Disney. Yes, charming. This is a 2 out of 5. Magneto. This is like one of the worst comic books in recent days. I hate how Marvel's bringing back one of my characters' rivals. I'm almost thought of wiping my ass with this comic book. This is so dumb. It so misrepresents Magneto and some great characters like Rogue and Hyperion. Or just give this comic book to some needy kids. I'm giving this a 1 out of 5. So, what do I have to say? Oh yeah, my new my new science fiction novel is due out soon. I know. It is actually in the ending, the last stages of the pre-publishing, and soon my science fiction novel Zay and Endless War will be actually able for people to buy from Outskirts Press and most discount places like Barnes and Noble, Amazon, and eBay. You can probably even, because I'm being extra cool this time, and yes, I know the times, I actually basically even am thinking of giving it the bookstore floor, so you may actually get to pick me up. So please browse it, check it out, and maybe I'll see you next week. Maybe some more news about it. Okay, peace.